Hello.
How are you today?
So far, so good. Just starting. How about you?
Tired, but same old, same old. I hope everybody in the chat is doing well today. Happy Tuesday, Taco Tuesday, or whatever we call it today. Um, and happy International Women's Day.
Yay.
Yes, salute to all the women out there. Okay, so welcome to the commentary zone. Today on the docket, we have 90 Day Fiancé, Season 5, Episode 12, Head Games. As you enter the room, please don't forget to give us a little thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button, notification bell. Most importantly, tell a friend. What'd you think about the madness?
This is nuts. I was in here like, what? And one couple just had me. I was like, are you serious? Like, you don't get it yet?
Oh, poor Mike.
I was just in there, just like, wow.
I was feeling bad for him, but then I've been
I wasn't
hearing the
feeling bad.
rumors. No, I was feeling bad because here's why. He came off as somebody who was having a hard time trying to find someone for companionship, to love him, to be with him. And he went to these stupid extreme measures and found this person who was clearly in it for an opportunity,
Mm-hmm.
but he was hopeful. So there's a little part of me that was like, oh, you poor thing, you. But but then you hear these things that come out on the internet, like people like Auntie's Advice is reporting on them, and you're just like, shut up and go away.
What are the rumors, though? Let's talk about it since we're talking about them.
Some problematic comments made online, and then Jimena last night she had another video where Jimena put up supposedly, allegedly, it's not confirmed.
Mm-hmm.
Jimena put up this social media post saying that he was physical with her or
Oh.
something. Yeah.
Oh.
So it gives a different spin on it. We don't know if it really is her. And if anybody in the chat knows more about it, because I didn't get to see the whole show with Auntie's Advice, but it was a lot. Like, it's kind of like the Jenny thing from Salt Lake
Uh-huh.
repeating itself. Not that I ever really cared for her, but I was kind of feeling sorry for Mike. And then, it's the same old, same old.
Let me drop Auntie's advices and things. I like her a lot. I don't get to watch
Mm-hmm.
as much as I need to, but I do like her channel.
Oh, and I saw that you were doing channel shout out. So I tried my hand at the first one today, and
Yay!
I did a channel shout out for Romance Review TV.
Oh,
That's
nice.
where I get all of my full episodes of Maths Australia, and they're good episodes, like clear, without the zoom in, zoom out, and changing the audio or anything
Mm-hmm.
like that. So you can keep up with the whole season with her. And she does really good lives, just like letting everybody in the chat pitch in and give their comments on what we saw in the episode.
So
So
does she? Question: Does
Mhm.
she? So does she post the episodes and do lives? Is that was that? And I
Uh-huh.
understand.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hmm. I don't
nice.
know for how long,
Right.
but I'm going to share it until it gets taken away. But yeah, I see Susan in her chat quite a bit. Um, just throwing it out there. And another one is Queen E. She just does the reviews, and she's very insightful. She has an advanced degree in psychology or something like that, like head stuff. So I like to hear her feedback on
Okay.
the relationship part of it. And in addition to like maths, they do all of the reality shows, stuff
Nice.
like that. Yeah, Susan. Yep, yep. Um, um, yeah. See, even Ebony. Ebony says she feels bad for Mike. You know, I did, but now I have to like take it with a huge grain of salt. I don't know. I
Well,
don't
with
know.
Mike, the thing with Mike is you feel bad because you think we see him being nice and all this stuff, right? But his friends
Mhm.
told him like, don't do it. Be careful. And like, if she was in it for an opportunity, and I get
Mhm.
that he wanted someone, but sometimes you kind of have to take a step back and really look at the situation as a whole. But for me, the added context was that she was working until she met him. That completely just took me like, whoa, that's
Mhm.
a huge red flag.
Yeah, I suspected it, but nobody said anything. So I was just like,
Right.
okay, whatever. But once it was said, I was kind of like, really? There was no more hope for me feeling bad for him at that
I
point.
was gonna ask you that. Did that change your stance when that was said? It to me,
Yes,
I kind
in the context of the storyline
yeah,
only.
right.
Yes. I was like, you dumb MF. Oh my God.
Because when that came out, I was sitting there like, "Are you serious?" I can't even feel after that. I cannot even feel bad for him. And can we give a shout out to John and Nelsie? Can we just give them a shout out? This is what friendship is all about. Friendship is telling you the truth. Friendship is being honest. And dude says, "What? Why are you going all the way there to sleep in another bedroom? And why does your soon-to-be wife need space when you guys are literally countries apart? That
Mm-hmm.
makes no sense." He's like, "You need to like find the
Explain.
next flight."
Explain. But you know, MVP of this episode was the translators, the official, and then the friend.
Right,
The friend in Mike's case, Nilsey,
Nelsie.
that translation, it wasn't just a translation. It was also her opinion. Um, get to step in. She don't like you like that.
Right,
This woman is basically saying she don't like you like that. I was
right.
like, wait, that's not what she said.
That's not exactly what she said, but it was the gist.
Ah! I loved it. I loved it. I love it. Well, we might as well start with those two idiots. Let's just go. He's still in Colombia, probably walking shit through her house every day. She's growing to hate him more and more. Um, they getting ready to go to sleep, and she's like, well, you need to go in the bedroom over there, and my kids are going to be sleeping with me. He's like, the kids been sleeping with us this whole time, please send the kids out, let's talk. He asked her, you know, are we going to be intimate at all this trip? And she's like, no, I don't like you like that, you're weird. So he's now like, wait, what? And he goes to the next room and he calls his friend John. John gives him the breakdown. Take the next flight out of there. This ain't making no sense. Cut it off. He decides he wants to give it one more chance and have someone there who can translate. And so he asked John if his fiance Nilsey could do a call with them and help him to understand what she's really saying. Like your translator did not already do that. You're weird. I'd have been gone. So they get to the restaurant and she's looking like she has like an upset stomach or something. She
You
just
know,
looks like
she's
she's in pain.
constipated.
Mm-hmm. And you heard when he called Nilsey and he said, she's like, where's Jimena? And he's like, she's over there. She didn't want to come on the camera. She goes, how come all of a sudden she don't want to come on the camera? Like they've had
Hmm.
conversations before. And she finally comes on and Nilsey asks her what's going on. And Jimena has verbal diarrhea of how much she does not like him. She loves him, but she just can't. between the snot, the sharts, the poop trekking is just team too much. She can't take it, and I really wish she was honest and would have said, he ain't paying for my titties, so he can't get no more cookies.
Pretty much. That's really what it was.
But I I and then he ends it off by saying, um what did he say? Did he says, oh, okay, yeah, all right, so uh
I have a question.
yeah.
What was your thought about this when she said, "I don't I don't love you anymore. I don't love you
Mhm.
anymore, but we need to push back the wedding date." That
She's
killed me.
telling him the truth, but then she's like backtracking and said, I still need somebody to pay my rent.
True.
That's what it is. She's been using him like a yo-yo for the longest time. So that's what she's doing. After Nilsi says that Jimena is disgusted by him and he needs to stop paying for her life. She's not there for the right reasons. He says he's going to take the next flight out. And Nilsi says that she thinks he should. He ends the calls with Nilsi and he says, with Jimena, he says he's going to give her the space that she wants. And he hopes that they can still be friends. And she's like looking at him like, wait, we breaking up? Is you stupid? No
Right.
comprendo? Huh? You asked for space. This was the one thing that I did agree the most with John. When Mike said she wants space, he's like, dude, you in a long distance relationship.
Right.
You already got space. But yeah, that like the friends of and the translation was the best part of their segment, to be quite honest. I don't know why it felt to me like he was ending it like he still had hope.
Mhm.
Why?
Agreed.
I don't know. I don't know. Oh God, who's next?
Usman and Kimbali.
Okay, so he finally tells her that Zara is a real person that he had a relationship with. The timeline's a bit dodgy because it seems like he was talking with Zara and Kimberly at the same time. Kimberly seems to think that the entire year they were okay. I was confused because you've been talking to him for a year, but you only just became officially boyfriend and girlfriend. Um, at the beginning where the relationships overlapped, he was in a relationship with somebody else but just talking with you online. Like, what's the difference? Like, I didn't they were not in a technical relationship until she came over there, right?
Right.
So why is she getting so upset?
No clue.
And I understand her where because she's been cheated on. And she said, had she known he was in a relationship, she would have said, bye. She would have not communicated with him. Obviously, she had feelings from the jump, and he was just talking to somebody online.
Right.
But I still don't understand why she's getting so
Upset.
upset.
Me neither.
Okay. Um, she goes back to the hotel. She's packing up. And him and the assistant show up with the MacBook and the game station. At first, she says she doesn't have room for the stuff. And then she says, wait, hold up, give me the MacBook.
Right.
Finally, you thinking, because you could use the MacBook for yourself, because I'm sure that she doesn't have a MacBook at home. She bought the best for him without considering herself. I feel like that's what the type of person that she is. She'll do for everybody else and forget herself. And take that game system home for your son. Like, you got it over there. Throw away all the stupid trinkets because you don't need no memories of this bullshit trip, and put your valuables back into your suitcases and go back home with them. Um, Let's see. She says that she is just too much stress. She wants to go back to her regular life. He says that she's blaming him for a relationship that he broke up with that other woman before he even met her, which isn't what Kimberly is saying. So they have conflicting stories.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Kim says that when she told him that she was falling in love with him, he should have told her that he was in a relationship. She would have backed off if he had done that. So, how long have you been telling him that you've fallen in love with him? From the
Exactly.
start? I don't know.
She went she went in with too many expectations. That's her, and I blame that on her.
Oh my God. Ryan says she knew she was always potential. Her girlfriend audition was this trip to Tanzania.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. She still has more days on the trip. God, this is
Yeah.
the longest trip ever. Kimberly needs to understand the assignment for herself. Anyone else kind of surprised Usman went all the way with her? He was doing a good job of stalling her, though. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, he did.
Uh,
But what do you
sh-
think about what do you think about
That's
his
it.
explanation versus her expectation? Because I really feel like and this has been my issue with her the whole time. You went in with all these expectations of like what you wanted and what you needed and what was going to happen, and you she wasn't respectful of his space and his time. So I kind of feel like she set herself up for this. To be completely honest.
She did, but she also fell for his okey doke because I have to give Usman credit for this one thing. He is very good at twisting language to make it seem suggestive or vague. Um, I just don't think that she was ready for a character like Usman.
I can go with that.
You know, and I think she built up a lot in her head. I really do.
Agreed.
I don't agree with this potential bullshit. I don't understand how you can be in a relationship like online and have never met the person in a year. Like that doesn't fly for me. It really doesn't. I'm old fashioned. I want to meet in person. I wanna meet your friends. I wanna like a credit check. I wanna know. I wanna see inside your wallet. I wanna see your passport. Like, little things like that. It's just I don't understand how she felt she was in a relationship with this person. And that's my biggest block.
Hmm.
And then that makes me feel like I don't understand why she's getting so upset over somebody like Usman. Is that
It was
bad?
just well, no, it's because it doesn't it logically doesn't make any sense. Like, how can you say, "Oh, I'm in love. This is my man." Like, you never met.
Yes.
Like, there's nothing. You don't know each other, so it just seems odd to say that and be this emotionally invested. I think she
Yeah.
was more on the lines of like, he seems cool. We're gonna meet, see the vibe. I mean, I think she took it that way. We could be more accepting, but the simple fact that she's jumped in pretty much a full on relationship, we're like, huh?
Look what Ebony says. No, Kimberly would not have backed off his relationship. She would have tried to
Oh,
scare off any and everyone. Really? You
oh,
think so? You think
wow.
she's another baby goat? Exactly. I would have never given those gifts back, but that's just me.
Yeah,
He
no
only
way.
did it because the cameras were there.
Exactly.
And thinking that what her first instinct was, I don't have any room for those things. He thought he had her, where she was
He
like, "I gave them to
miscalculated.
you." Yeah, and he wasn't expecting her to say, "Give me back the MacBook." But she fell
Hun-
for the okey doke at her big age. Yes, she did, and I don't understand that either.
You grown. You got a grown child. I was here like, are you serious?
Y'all not having no feelings for Kimberly whatsoever.
Who does though? It just looked it looked so bad, and we said this throughout the season. She's looking real thirsty and desperate,
Mm-hmm.
begging. You have to beg someone to have sex with you. Are you serious?
Yeah. Yeah. It's just, she was hard to watch for me because she's my age and I can't see myself doing that. Like, girl, that's what toys are for. My God. Anyway, who's the next couple we talking about?
Memphis and Hamza.
Wait, no. Let's save them for last. Because they actually had somebody good in their segment. Let's do Benjamin and Mahogany.
Okay.
And okay, so he's calling his friends at home, complaining about how the trip wasn't as he expected. He's losing trust in Mahogany. Um, I'm getting tired of seeing him with no clothes on because I don't think he's that great looking. And this is coming off as a audition for a fitness model gig. I'm not hiring. So he wants to meet her friends Elizabeth and Angie, and he says all big and bold at their meeting that they boyfriend and girlfriend, and everybody, including Mahogany, was like, "What? No, we're not like that." So everybody was kind of taken aback, and even one of the friends was like, "She told us she had a friend coming to visit, not a boyfriend."
Right.
He's shocked because in his text, he says he knows that they were talking about getting married and having babies. Really?
Right.
Then we see Ben reviewing the text messages and it's there. So he's not crazy. He's just stupid. Um, he said he didn't want to embarrass her in front of her friends. So afterwards, he calls Mahogany and asks her if they would go on a trip together. So they're going to a small town called Wakachina, which is about 3 hours away from where they're at now. Mahogany says that when she was with her friends, she was a little surprised when Benjamin said that he was her boyfriend. She says she admits to telling Benjamin that she loves him, but that doesn't mean that they're together.
Mhm.
Mahogany notices that their communication is also different from when they were texting as to being in person because there's like long silences. So to break the silence, she decides she's going to ask him about Jesus. They get to the hotel in Wakachina, and she makes sure to ask this front desk associate. There's 2 rooms, right? Two.
Mhm.
Ben says that has been in Peru for about a week, but they're going out to do this. It's like an ATV tour through the sand dunes or whatever, a dune buggy ride in the desert. Okay, so he has a little surprise for her. It looks like a little oasis, and they can sit down and have some dinner. And he's supposed to like talk. He wants to like try and figure out all of these inconsistencies in the middle of the desert with her. I would have never went with him. He's so lucky that they had a camera crew there. Did you see when he touched her butt?
No, I missed that actually.
When they were sitting down to eat, like he was getting like a little bit too. Where's Jesus when you need him? Oh, she asked him what he was like when he was her age. And he says that he got married, had children, became a pastor at the church, but that didn't work out. Something about his wife. And then he says he went into therapy. His ex-wife has yet to forgive him for that. Then he had a relationship after he divorced. He had a relationship with a 27-year-old for 3 years, and they didn't work out because she couldn't accept his children. Mahogany notices that he doesn't take accountability for anything in his life. How you with a woman for 3 years and she don't accept your children? You didn't
Right.
figure that out from the beginning?
Exactly. And when she said like, so I know she's when she said I noticed that the first your marriage didn't work out because of the religious, and then the
Mm-hmm.
next relationship didn't work out because she didn't accept her children. She goes, so Benjamin is perfect and does nothing. I was like, oops.
Mm-hmm. Um,
I have a question. What did you think about this segment when they were they were talking? He was talking to his friend, and
mm-hmm.
he's all like, this and this is going on. Like, I noticed in her apartment, like, it was a rental. I saw a surfboard, there's tourist pamphlets,
Mm-hmm.
bunk beds in her spare room. He's all like,
Mm-hmm.
that's not her place. And he's all, and then, but the bombshell was is that she's not 24, she's 22. I'm like, hold on.
It's 2 years.
So it's 2 years, but that was the bombshell, not the fact that she's living in the fake apartment. But the bombshell is the 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what do you think about that?
Again, I think it's what she picked up on. None of this is his fault. He's come into this pure and with Christian holy values, and she's lying to him. Boo, you lying to her too.
That
I
would just
don't
be
think
funny.
he's ever at fault. I just don't. Um, and I think that's how he feels. Nothing like it's always somebody else who does something to him or is the reason why things didn't work out. But you were dead wrong to be talking to a 22/24-year-old person online for 3 months thinking that you were going to get married and have babies.
Right.
Like, gross.
I just don't understand how he. I mean, I know there's age differences. I get it. No worries there. I don't mind it. But I'm thinking like, how does I guess how he's 52, she's 22. That's 30 years. Like, how do you think that's appropriate? And how would you feel if her daughter came home with someone 30 years older than her at that age? Because to me,
I hope she does.
there's a gap. And this may seem weird, but in my mind, for some reason, 22 and 52 is a bigger in my mind a bigger gap than 30 and 60.
Mm-hmm.
And I
She
think it's
has
a
no
maturity
life
thing.
experience.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, she has no life experience, and she's trying to navigate this man who's, already had a marriage, divorce, children, relationships, jobs. Like, she has nothing to hold a candle to him. I don't know.
I was wondering about that. I was like, am I weird in thinking that like that's like because for some reason the 30 to 22 to 52 seems like a huge age gap, and I mean like 50 years, and it's probably because she, like you said, she has no life experience that
The
we know of.
only thing that they talk about comfortably is religion.
Right.
That's not a relationship
Mm-mm.
unless you're going into the seminary or the nunnery. That's not a relationship. Okay, so who do we have? Oh, let's do Gino and Jasmine. Let's just get this over with. Um, they're in the taxi going to meet her family. Gino is freaking out because Jasmine asked him to take his hat off at her mom's house. They get there, and this man keeps that hat on. Gino gives the mom a gift and the card. She's not that interested. Her sister, what's the sister name? Elizabeth?
Liz.
Liz. Um, Liz seems like a cute little munchkin. Love her. Um, the mom is very, as she said, overprotective, but she doesn't like. I don't think she's feeling Gino. I think the age thing is her excuse. I just don't think she sees it for them. She says, when they go to sit down to eat, this man still refuses to take his hat off. That would have been it for me.
Right.
What, shave off the back fur thing on the back of your head and look normal. He's so weird. Oh my god. But Jasmine's mother, she's just like, it doesn't matter. She says her prayer, they eat. Um then they show some pictures, they talk on the couch. The mom says that Jasmine looks happy, but she's like, are you willing to go to another country to be with this person? Because she's worried that she's going to be in the other country alone should something bad happen. I'd be worrying about who's going to be taking care of them kids. But that's
Right.
another show, I guess. She sees that Jasmine's happy. So when Gino asks her for permission to propose, she reluctantly says okay. Um, Jasmine, on the other hand, thinks it's a little too soon to talk about marriage, especially after the big blow up that they had with him texting and sending her topless pictures to an ex-girlfriend. Then we see these two fools dancing. He's looking like he's having a seizure. Um, she admits that he is the worst dancer ever. He has a week left with Jasmine in Panama, and he wants to propose to her within the next few days. He calls his friend Tony to talk about it and get his feedback. Um, he tells he kind of skims over what he did with sending the pictures,
Right.
and I didn't like that. He says that Jasmine wanted to break up with him, and the friend says that's not good. Um, Tony asks him if he's still going to go through with the proposal because it's only been a couple of weeks that they've like been in each other's company. Um, Tony's not sure that he should propose and bring her to the States because if he does that, then there's no going back. He says right now it might seem like it's all good because you're in paradise, but
Hmm.
when you get back to reality, and if he hadn't glossed over everything, Tony would have known that everything wasn't great in paradise.
Right.
Um, Gino says that they are starting new and nothing from the past. They're only talking about the future. I don't think so. I think he's misreading Jasmine, even though I do know that she is living here in the States now. But in this situation, I think he's misreading her because he hasn't talked to her about any of this.
My thing with him, this storyline just confuses me because this man sent out your nudes and you want him to meet your mother. I'm
Mm,
sorry. I Yeah, no. No. Mm-mm. I get no. And then I just don't know what to say. That just seems so weird. And then when you look at Jasmine, like you see that she's kind of emotional, crazy, yada yada yada, right?
mm-hmm,
But when she's talking, she makes sense. She's very logical because
mm-hmm.
she's like him because you look on her face when she found out he wanted to propose. It wasn't of happiness. It was more of concern and like, what are you talking about?
Because she's having those like misgivings. She's like in her head. I think in her head she still hasn't fully gotten over what he did to her. That was a huge betrayal,
Huge.
you know. But mm-mm.
But did you notice that too? Like how she was not excited.
Hmm?
Like she was not excited about him potentially proposing, and that just stuck with me because I'm like, oh, you like you have a good grasp of the situation.
Mm-hmm.
She's not. How can I put it? She's not blinded. I'll put it that way. Like she's
She's
not
not
desperate
getting
to be
caught up
married.
in the fairy tale.
Right. She's not desperate to
Mm-hmm.
be married.
No, I like that Memphis covers up for the most part while she's on public, shows respect. Okay. Uh, Jimena marry Mike. She's not gonna marry him. Okay. Or does Jasmine just know he will have a crappy ring and that's uninteresting to her? Well, she already knows, Ryan, that he's super cheap. So I'm sure she's expecting a piece of tinfoil wrapped around her finger. But yeah, that anything else with them?
Mm-mm. But like I said, I've grown to understand and respect Jasmine a lot more because I think when she's talking logically, that's who she really is. I think the
Mm-hmm.
emotional thing is just for the cameras.
Yeah, yeah. Um, Next up is Memphis and Hamza. Um, it's a few days after their fight where she told him that how she had to stay with her ex for a couple of days because she failed her state boards. And she had a little trouble getting up out of bed. Let's see. He's still looking kind of frosty. But he says that things have changed since his initial, since he first found out. Um, However, he's constantly worrying that Memphis will have a relationship with her ex. So he's decided that he wants to ask her to go and meet with a translator so that they can really talk everything out.
Mm-hmm.
Um, let's see. He says that her staying at the ex's house for a few days, you know, wait, did I jump? Oh yeah, he says as an Eastern man, he doesn't understand this. And I can get that.
Right.
I can get that. I don't think that's just isolated to Eastern men. You would just need to explain that to any man clearly why you felt the need to do that.
Yes.
Um, and I also think he's going to have a problem with her continuing to have a relationship with her ex because of the children, based on the fact, like, I don't know how much of a relationship his dad had once he divorced his mom.
I was thinking about that while watching them. I wondered did they
Yeah.
cut complete contact.
Yeah, like, is he gonna understand how things are done in the West where people co-parent? That's gonna be something that she's gonna need to explain to him. Like, I think she should have done it when the translator was there.
Agreed.
Um,
100%.
let's see. Um, this translator was the best. He brought in emotions. He was all on Memphis's side. He was like, boy, if you don't take this opportunity to get out of this country and go and live your best life in America, I'll do it. I love these translators that they find. The last one from Jordan was the best. With what was her name? Tiffany, and was it Tiffany?
Where?
Remember the
What
black girl
country?
from Florida, and he
Oh,
was in
Brittany.
Jordan? Brittany. I knew it was one of those interchangeable names. Brittany, their translator was excellent, excellent, and I like this one as well. He's a great character. Um, what did you feel about Memphis saying to him, I don't know if you understand how much time and effort I'm putting into this, how I'm going against family and friends who don't believe in you, and it's because I love you and want to bring you with me. And she starts crying.
Hmm. So I don't. For me, it wasn't relevant to the conversation because it's not about him understanding you. It's about how you act towards him.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what. Oops, excuse me. That's why I didn't understand that thing. But on the other hand, when you take her in full context, she's someone who's always looking for consistent support. So I get I get her feelings. I get where she's coming from because
Hmm.
all she right now, like, since she's trying to marry him, she feels like she's all alone.
Okay, so Nearly says if Hamza is jealous of Memphis sharing time with her ex, it will be a major problem. The children are little and they need both parents involved.
I agree.
He's going to have to mature really quickly.
Yes.
And I also saw for his side in this episode, he just needs to feel like a man
Right.
and like he is leading this family. Um, and I think sometimes she emasculates him.
Agreed.
And I like that he told her with the translator, like, stop shouting. Um, like, you doing that at home, now you doing that out in public. That's not how they do over there. And quite
Right.
honestly, that's not how you should be doing over here either.
Well, that too.
Um, um, hold on. Don't you think it's a problem being scared of your partner? Mm. Jimenez
Yeah.
look when Mike said he was going to give her space really sunk in. I'm sure she was like, how am I going to pay the bills? The ATM
Right.
machine
That's
is
what it was.
leaving.
That's what it was.
She's gonna
Honestly,
go and hook up with the loan shark. Swap out one ATM for another.
if she doesn't already have somebody lined up.
Mm-hmm. I agree. Employ Adam and fly him where he's needed. Oh my God. Adam is the official translator for all of the Middle East. And I love it. Love it. And parts of Africa too. um, what else happened here? Oh, and then at the end, he takes her to a city called Haman Zariba, where they go and see ruins, and he has a surprise for her. He leaves her alone.
Right. But did you notice that man that came out of nowhere?
Yes.
That kind of spooked me. I'm like, you didn't notice that man sitting over there? Really?
I was like, who's he? Why are we showing him? Oh my
Right.
God. Thank God that there's a camera crew because
Thank you.
between her and Ben and Mahogany, I know it wouldn't have been me. No, 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 no. You're in a foreign country and you're going in the middle of nowhere. I'm sorry. Not happening. But he goes and he changes his clothes. That's the surprise. He puts on all white to get down on one knee and propose to her. So she allowed him to be the man in the relationship,
Mhm.
relationship, and officially proposed to her. Um, and she asked him, "Do you trust me?" He says yes. Should have had the translator there.
Agreed.
um, so I mean, they're happy. They have their little confessional together. We're engaged again. Yay. She likes her ring. Um, all's right with Hamza and Memphis for now.
Right. For now.
Mm-mm. I like what he said about her, though. Um, he says that she has a great soul in her own way. She has a very strong personality, but that's why he loves her. He seems to like a non-Eastern aesthetic.
Right. I like the fact also that she understands that she has to make some changes as well. It's not just him.
Mhm.
I was happy to hear her like say that and be like, I need to make some changes as well. It's not just on him because she finally understood like how she treated him wasn't the best.
Okay, so Nerly says Mahogany really thought Ben is just a friend coming to visit her from another country. then why did the parents, dad, have such a problem with him? Yet there's a disconnect because the texts don't line up with the in-person reception from anybody.
Nope. Do you think it was a friend?
I think this is a setup from TLC. I think that they realized when he got there that he was being catfished, and this person was flown in. I think they made up her social media to put up those posts of her.
Mm-hmm.
But do I think that she is the person that was in the text? No. No. Uh-uh. I do believe that woman is her mother. She does look like her mom.
She does.
Now that I took a closer look at them together, yeah, she looks like her mom. But do I think that she's been texting with him? No.
No, I don't think it was her.
No, I
I
think
think it was
he was
somebody
getting
else.
catfish. I think it was probably like another Nigerian man doing that to him. I wonder who got $1,000. When is he going to ask her what she did with $1,000? And if it was a loan, when is he going to get it back? I would be asking that.
Look, where's my
Oh,
coins?
thanks, Gwen. Huh?
You're like, where's my coins? What did you do with them?
Well, he's the one who said it was a loan, right?
I think he did say it was alone.
Right. So then ask her. Ask her. I don't know. He sees that there's so many things that aren't adding up. She sees that there's so many things that aren't adding up. Why aren't y'all doing the math and just saying, call it what it is? I lost $1,000 on another catfish.
Mm-hmm.
I got a great trip to Peru and I'm on a show. It was the 1K. He needs to take the L? Really? Oh my God. Well, we went through all the couples, right?
Yeah, it was a solid episode.
Really? Oh my
I
God,
said solid.
Jamal. How many more of these 90-day shows are you going to drag me through?
I'm hoping it ends soon.
We're only on episode 12.
I said I hope it ends soon.
You and Susan both. Oh my God. Okay, so Blobby thinks that they're acting.
I believe it.
Mm-mm. Okay, Blobby says, not me. I have to be in luxury to do this show. Oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
Nerly says Kim is so thirsty for a relationship with him that she's creating fake drama. She forgot that she was a potential girlfriend during the time he was with Zara. Did she get the potential girlfriend that early on, though, or was she just a friend? Has anybody watched Candy's show on Bravo? I didn't. I didn't want to be bothered with health violations.
Right.
Let's see. Kim is a bit delusional and unrealistic regarding the relationship. She is speaking and behaving like a 13-year-old teenager. Ebony says, I don't care if they're acting. I want a good show. Ben and Mahogany needs to do better. I haven't felt them or Ella and Johnny. Those two storylines I just could not get with.
But I
Okay,
can
so
I can get with their storyline next week though. No lie.
Trey says it's nice and messy. That's the Candy show. Candy knows how to bring characters together and produce an episode. I have no doubt that it's good. Do I want to watch it? No. Did you notice that there's one big difference though? I heard that Candy's show is coming up as like the name of her show, Candy's something or the other. They're not doing it like how they did Portia's show, which was coming over as the Real Housewives of Atlanta, Portia's Family Matters.
Mm.
I have to look on my TV guide again just to see what it comes up on in Xfinity.
Gotcha.
But that's a big tell. But then again, she's had other shows. This isn't
Right.
her first go round, so she's
Mm-mm.
proven herself to stand on her own.
Yeah, she doesn't need that extra backing.
Okay, so Ryan says it's okay. There's no way the staff would be working in my restaurant the way they act. Yes. And I think that's why I don't want to watch it. Because I'm always down for the old lady gang, but then when I see the staff in the restaurants, I'm like, I don't want to deal with that.
Right.
Ella's acting the fool next week. She
Yes.
is writing a new guy in the mountains. Well, there you go. She doesn't need to wait for Johnny. She can go get herself another man. Ebony says Usman would never say that to any fan. He wants to keep every fan, especially American. Usman has goals. Candy and the gang. Yeah, that's it. I wonder if she found him at the Planet Fitness. Oh, Jesus. Doubt it. Doubt it.
That's a fair question. It's a fair question.
Okay, so old lady gang food is not the best.
I've
I've
heard
never
that.
had it. I've heard mixed reviews, but most of the comments on Yelp I heard was about the staff. Like,
Yeah, I did hear
especially
that.
that hostess that is like the rudest person ever. How does she still have a job? Nerly says, my God, if Gino is that hung up on being bald, he needs to just buy a wig and call it a day. But to be that disrespectful and not remove his hat in this woman's house is absolutely pathetic. I agree with you. Nerly. But then again, I'm old school. So I might not, it might not translate to the youngins out there.
I was surprised she let that go. I was really surprised.
I think the only reason why she let that go was because the camera crew was there.
Okay, I can go with that.
Because her face told no lies. She didn't crack not one smile.
Mm-mm.
At least none that I saw. Okay, so Ryan says she thinks that Blaze has the bad food and OLG has mostly staff complaints. Okay, Ablavi says Candy Show reminds me why I do not go to some family businesses. I have a bakery near me that I battle with the staff all the time.
Above you up there fighting with the staff.
And you still go back? I couldn't. Okay, so Nearly says we can't really blame him this time. He told her before she came that they weren't in a relationship. She pressured him to have sex, and I'm surprised he even gave her back her gifts. He miscalculated on that one, Nearly.
Yeah, he
He
did.
thought that she was going to say, keep them. And she did at first until she quickly changed her mind and said, give me that MacBook back. He really thought he knew her down pat, and she was going to say, just keep it. I don't want them. Child, it wouldn't have been me. Okay. I never pay full price, and sometimes I need an argument, and they have the best red velvet in Harlem. Ebony says, wait, a Blavy upset with someone's staff? LOL, no way. Oh my God. All right. So Jamal, anything more on this episode?
No, we're good.
All right. So tomorrow we're doing 1,000-Pound Best Friends?
Yes.
Sweet. Okay. So guys, kind come back tomorrow, 12 noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific, with your notes ready for 1,000-Pound Best Friends. I have to watch that tonight. I haven't seen it yet. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up when you get a chance. We loved all the comments in the live comments, and can't wait to see what the replay crew has to say. Subscribe, share, tell a friend, tell them to come join us for a little chit chat. Jamal, any final words?
No, we're good to go.
Okie dokie. Until next time.
Of course.
All right. Bye.
Bye.